She is used to the media by now. In fact, she has no problem pulling out her pipe and lighting it, despite the negative perception about pipe smoking by women. In November this year, Sylvia Namutebi, popularly known as Mama Fiina, turned 38. She has 3 children. The firstborn, Fiina, from whom she derives the name, is in her S4 vacation. The second-born, Rashid, is also in S4 vacation, while the youngest is in primary 2. Born in Chagwe, present-day Mukono district, Namutebi's parents passed away while she was still very young. She is more known as a traditional healer, but Namutebi says it is not a job. In fact, she spends the least time at it.
Osawa ekinansi nga bw'onaakera ku makya nti kangende mu kyaki nsabe, kangende nsaale, kangende nkola ekintu bwe kiti, so tosobola gufuula mulimu nti nzijanjaba abalwadde Monday up to Monday.
She spends most of the time in her businesses. Namutebi ventured into business in 1996. Her formative years were difficult. Namutebi came to Kampala when she was about 14 years old and was employed as a housemaid. She looked after her employer's children who spoke a language she did not understand.
Bajja eri ekiwala mu kyalo ekitamanyi Luzungu ne bakireeta mu Kampala. Bwe bakiyingiza mu Kampala, abaana bayogeranga Oluzungu n'enkaaba.
She couldn't cope and had to move on. A lady offered her a job in Bugolobi Flats to take care of her mother, and she did not have to speak English. She was happy for a while until she suffered what seemed like demonic attacks. She went back home in Chagwe, and after some rituals were performed, the demonic attacks ceased. Namutebi returned to Kampala and lived with her brother, who was also earning a living in Deba, a Kampala suburb. It was there that she realized the gift she had been sitting on.
Nenga sigamba abantu nti ndi musawo, nenga nyinza okubeera ndi awo ne kijja, nenga negundi olina ekizibu tozaala.
But a friend called Safina advised her against taking that direction and offered to give her capital to start a business. The proceeds would be used to support Safina's mother since she was leaving the country. She agreed, and with time, her polythene bags business brought in good returns.
Abaana bavanga mu paaka ne bajja basobola obuveera. Naye nafuna olunaku lumu ekirooto nga naye bano abajja ne batusuubulako obuveera ng'ate tuli kumpi ne paaka bwe mbuyingiza paaka nze sifuna.
This was her inroad into Kenya. She had seen others buy merchandise from Nairobi and sell it in Uganda for huge profits. She joined in, bought children's clothes, and immediately reaped the benefits.
Netandika okukola sente ku sente, sente ku sente.
Her next destination was Dubai.
Olunaku lwe nasooka okulinnya ennyonyi naye byaddala nga ebyange biwedde, ntuuka mu nnyonyi nga tewali lulimi lulala lwonna teri ayinza kweyimirira.
Things were much easier in Dubai.
Ogenda okutuuka e Dubai ng'okozesa kalikuleeta, ngenda okulaba na bali bennyingiddemu abayindi ng'ate nze abafuga mu Luzungu.
She sells gomeses, cars, hardware, and anything else that will bring in money. She has managed to grow her businesses without struggling with the English language.
Oluzungu si kye kintu ekimenya nti bw'oba toluyize tolya mmere.
She once tried to learn the language but ended in frustration.
Ng'abala obwana obutusomesa akaana kato kakulagiranga ko olw'okuba kasoma ebitabo byako ate kaagala oyimirire mu lujjudde ansi ogiddemu mu luki nendaba nga mmenyeka.
Over time, Namutebi picked up English words as people spoke to her, but she is not as confident speaking English due to people she describes as saboteurs.
Oyogera ekigambo n'ojja n'oyogera ekifu. Josephine n'aseka. Naye ate ebulaaya tebasobola. Ebulaaya omuzungu akuwanya ekitiibwa okwogera olulimi olutali lulwo.
Our conversation then moves to her work as a traditional healer, which she sees as a calling.
Sawo bw'ekinnansi bubeera automatic mu mubiri gwo nga wazaalibwa nakyo.
Namutebi says that even before she was born, there was talk that her grandfather's replacement as a herbalist would exhibit certain signs, and she was born with those signs. She only meets clients on Sundays, and on average, at least 150 people could be waiting.
Omuzungu n'ava e Bulaaya ng'ajjiridde Mama Fiina. Mbajjanjaba mu nsonga kyaba abazungu batera kugiira kuzaala.
Ironically, Namutebi is one of the biggest donors to churches.
manyi nti Katonda eyatonda Mama Fiina ye yatonda bishop, ye yatonda kayidinaali, ye yatonda paapa, ye yatonda bamasheki bonna.
Namutebi does not see any of her children taking her line. They have chosen their own paths, starting with her daughter.
Abaana balina eddiini bantu basiraamu nnyo 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 nnyo.
Namutebi is a family woman.
Bwe mba sirina mirembe mu maka na muntu wange kunjagala bulungi kitegeeza ne byenkola biyinza okwonooneka.
Looking ahead, after her eldest child sits S6 exams, Namutebi plans to hand her greater control of the business so that she can retire and enjoy her later years with hubby.
Tulinnya ku nnyonyi, tukomawo, tubeera mu kyalo, Kampala tumwesonyiwe, tube nga tuli mu life ey'ekikadde ya love.
She considers the publication of her nude pictures by a local tabloid one of her lowest moments so far.
Sisuubira kulwerabira. Lwanyiga nnyo n'abaana bange n'omwami wange.
She has some advice for men.
Tubaagala nnyo naye munnange osanga olumu tebatuwagala bo.
And the women?
Tuzimbe omusingi eri abaana baffe.
Josephine Karungi, NTV.